Listen, I'm not happy that a seltzer company is probably going to fucking sponsor us soon.
Yeah, I hope so.
And I'm
that'd be awesome.
And I'm going to be the only one not drinking it, and they're going to be upset.
No, you'll like it, man.
It's going to come down to either a seltzer company or an air fryer.
I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to pretend.
I'm working on an air fryer that transforms into a robot. So
you never know. Might have landscaping products.
There's our
intro. Right. Hello, and welcome to the Drome, the podcast by the guys who podcast like it might be. Like it's the last. Fuck, I botched the already intro.
all right. Take
I don't want you to. I don't want you to edit that. Ready? Hello, and welcome to the Drome. It's the podcast by the guys who podcast like it's their last podcast ever. Because why? It just might be. Gentlemen, how are we? We good tonight?
Yes.
Well, that was a rounding.
Wow, we can definitely tell everybody's off.
The
energy is.
We're a little
Woo!
Sizzling.
Yeah, the energy in here is.
We are not recording on our normal night, so it's.
We are not. It's actually an off night. You guys are actually lucky you're getting this podcast this week.
Yeah, we almost did.
There was hurdles. There were bumps in the road. There was construction. But,
hey, it's not out there yet. So
I think there might have been strippers stealing money or something.
Oh yeah, you know what? There was, and that's something that we're not going to talk about, Mitty. So
wait, Mitty,
leave that alone.
I made the story. I just heard strippers and money. I mean,
hey, listen. Don't they always steal your money at the end of the night in one way or another?
Yeah.
Or you give it to them. Well, it doesn't matter. Bo Walker, how are you, sir? Macon's mayor.
Macon's mayor. I am holding it down, my friend. I am holding it down. I'm holding it up. I'm holding it down.
I'm also holding it down.
Nate
we gotta hold and aim it.
All I know is Nate wishes the stripper held it up and held it down.
I would rather she held me up. At least she did it to my face.
Reach for the sky there, rapper.
I would have rather had a gun to the ribs than a safe cracker. You know what I mean?
All of a sudden,
they tried to shove a copy of cabbages on her G-string.
All of a sudden, the stripper turned to Selena Kyle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, She was a Catwoman, all right. So, Bo, recently, you performed at a event, correct?
Yeah, correct. So there's a local newspaper that I mentioned before, the 11th Hour here in Macon, that I've started writing for, and when they brought me on to ask me to start writing, they asked me to perform at this awards ceremony that they do every year, where it's like a reader's poll where like people in Macon vote on the best of the best things in Macon, like best bar, best bartender, best local hip hop act, best local singer song. Noise. Yeah, it's there's 30, 40 categories. Man, it's all
best ginger.
That's not what you did there, Mitty.
Yeah, that was well played. But yeah, so they asked me to perform and kind of gave me no parameters. They were super cool and just kind of like do whatever you want to do, man.
How much time did you get?
I probably was on stage for around 10, 15 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I did, like a brief, about 5 minutes of kind of stand-up comedy that was very Macon centric, or at least I tried to keep it kind of locally. You're knowing your audience, right?
You know what's going to get over, right?
You got to pander a little bit to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I knew who was in the audience a little bit, so I tried, but I also kind of tried to stay edgy and not please everybody. But anyways,
sure.
So then I got to do. I put together like a medley on my hip hop album. A lot of the tracks were like between 1 and 2 minutes. So I took 3 songs that all sampled original NES soundtracks. So it was like a Nintendo rap medley. So it was like it went from Metroid to Mega Man to Wizards and Warriors. So it went over really well. I ended up riffing afterwards and probably came off the cuff with a little bit more vulgarity than I might should have. But it was a really great time. The people that came up to me afterwards were really, into it. It was definitely something different. I felt like, it was something that hadn't been done before, at least as far as I know. So it was cool. It was great.
And the people that threw the event were pleased with you and your performance.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Definitely the people that I spoke with were into it. I think there were probably at least a handful that either didn't get it or didn't care for it. But at least those people weren't like, man, fuck you, you ruined ruined the shit. But yeah, shout out to the 11th Hour in Macon, because they were super cool. And I really appreciated them letting me be a part of it, especially, that was I didn't realize it till the day of. That was the first time I'd been on like a legit stage, like, like a big venue, a big local venue. So like
That's
I'm used
badass,
to,
man.
I'm used to performing in like,
A
restaurants
bingo.
and bars and bingo. Yeah. Like I'm not used to like having the spotlight on me and shit. So it was cool.
Right. That'd be funny if at the end of that story he was like, "Yeah, man, I did all this stuff and and now me and my family have to pick up and move Macon."
Actively being run out of town.
Yeah. And now we're looking. And now we're looking
the house.
And now we're looking for homes in Fayetteville.
Well, listen, I don't know.
He's going as far as Wichita.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all read that article, but some shit went down since then in Macon, where a lady like accosted this couple of like military active.
I did see that.
Yeah, dude. At
making
a
it
Cheddar's, and so the bar is set pretty high at what you got to do to get hated on in Macon at this current moment. You gotta bring your A game of hate around here to really piss off the masses, because the bar just got set hard. I mean, how bad you got to fuck up to get banned for life from a Cheddar's? Like,
I saw the video. Have you seen the video?
Oh yeah.
And she was that white lady couldn't have been any more out of line and or feeling herself because of the current fucking state of the United States. But my favorite part is at the very end of whatever video I saw, she's outside getting arrested, just absolutely bawling and crying, and she can't understand what. But in the fucking restaurant, when she's assaulting two ethnic people that were in the military, she was acting like she was about to Rocky Balboa in that bitch. And then the minute she realized that she was going to get, popped in her own fucking city, all of a sudden the waterworks came out.
Yep.
It's great. It's great.
These handcuffs are hurting my ribs.
It was she was touching my husband.
Yep. So it's been exciting around here in Old Macon.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, no.
Mitty, how are you, sir?
Yes, I am doing well. Still alive after some epic windstorms out here. Tumbleweed jokes insert here. I'll just pause for a second.
Yeah, you had some 90-mile-an-hour winds that were even rattling some rooftops, right?
Oh man, the funniest shit, they had a construction site and they had a bunch of outhouses and they were all tipped over.
Oh damn.
And I drove by today and they were still tipped over.
That's got to be
no one wants to clean that.
That's got to be a rough cleanup, dude.
God.
Yeah, man.
What if there's someone in there and
it has to clean it?
What if there's someone in there and it tipped over door phone?
Dude, that's just yeah. I've seen that happen to somebody on a drunken night once, and I felt bad and didn't know the person pushing it or the person in it, and I was just like. The level of lividness that I would have if that fucking is unmeasurable.
Just think, someone pushes it over door first. You can't get out. You can't get out. There's no way. How are you getting out of that?
You got to rocket back the other way.
You got to roll it around or something, and you're just switching around.
Good luck with that.
Damn.
You need so many
shit, literally.
So many tetanus shots. So many you need you've got to go into quarantine, bro.
It's like a night with a stripper.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, I'm not going to say I would have rather had that happen than getting robbed. But other than that,
would have saved you money.
I'm really going to listen, if my mom listens to this, like this is the one episode that she listens to, I'm going to get a fucking phone call and Nathan! It's not going to be I'm going to go, Mom, it was a bit for the show. That didn't happen.
Nathan.
As I just out myself.
Yeah. Just Dust wrote the bit.
Yeah, Dust wrote the bit. Speaking of Dust, you're awfully quiet today, and I understand why. It's because we're not doing it on our normal night where you got to work early tomorrow. I get it. I get it. So you're right. You're riding low on seltzer.
Yes, it's not a Yingling night, so it's a seltzer thing, and I just worked a fucking shitty day, and I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow. And you're getting a different Dust today. You're getting mellow Dust. You're gonna get non-obnoxious, screaming that Revenge of the Nerds is a rape flick. More of a center Dust
rape bits. Look, man, just go and raid Wookiee's catnip.
You get me amped up a little bit. We'll see what happens, but it's all right. It's all good that we are actually able to get some time to do this. I'm glad that we're able to get this done. Yeah. So fuck it.
Me too. Sure. So I'm sure that you guys saw in the news about Billy Mitchell getting his Guinness Book of World Records video game scores stripped from him, correct?
We got a Donkey Kong kill screen coming up.
Yeah, right.
I saw that.
You saw that?
He was under investigation for a while. They thought for a while that he was up to some funky shit.
All right, so I'm gonna catch everybody up in case they don't know the story real quick, and then we can discuss it. So Billy Mitchell is one of the, and if I'm messing up any of these facts or whatever, please feel free to hop in. Billy Mitchell is a professional early 80s video game player, Centipede, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, all the stand-up games,
action machines, guys.
Yes,
not the handheld.
Yeah,
shit. No, who's gonna fact check us on this? Vega's Mr. Billy Vega is gonna fact check us.
Yes, he's gonna absolutely butcher us on this one. So apparently, Billy Mitchell, and if anybody's out there that hasn't seen the documentary King of Kong, it's fucking amazing. I love it.
Punch that dude right in the face.
Oh, you want to fucking kill him? Billy Mitchell is like the ultimate heel bad guy.
Yep.
Like if he was a wrestler, bro, he's got a straight long fucking black mullet, and he wears obnoxious United States ties
with the feathered hair. And
he's got he's fucking he's
Captain 85.
What's her face from fucking Charlie's Angels, dude? Farrah Fawcett hair, bro.
Captain 85.
Yeah. So he was the first guy to score 1 million points on Donkey Kong. And so this company that is the head of the video, I think it's called Twin Galaxies or something like that.
Used to be an arcade.
They're in charge of keeping the scores and the records of all these people. If you get the high score on fucking Joust or something like that, you submit it, they check it or whatever. And so because to get 1 million points on Donkey Kong, it takes 6 hours of incredible gameplay. The way they submit their scores is they basically have they're videotaping the screen. And so somebody literally from Twin Galaxies sits there and watches these guys. If a guy says, hey, I got 1 million points, they got to sit there and watch the whole fucking thing. There's no glitches, because some of these because some people cheat.
Yeah.
So
no pausing of the screen, anything out of the ordinary.
Exactly. But you're only filming the screen, right? Mm-hmm. So apparently, and like Duck said, if he's been under investigation for 35 years or whatever, apparently they had fucking found out that he broke the record, but it wasn't on a full-size machine. It was on a monitor that would have been in the machine, but with just like a computer board
Emulator.
or what, plugged into it or whatever. And so he didn't do it the way you're supposed to do it. And now they've stripped him
joystick and two buttons.
Yes,
yeah,
right. And you're standing up, fucking, like part of it is the stamina of it is being able to, and so they fucking stripped him of every one of his Guinness Book of World Records.
Gonzo. I think one of the things that they noticed is like he was getting like these special barrels a little bit more often than he should. Like the special purple barrels or something like that. They're like 1,000 points. I don't know. Don't quote me. I'm just paraphrasing because I have no fucking. But I know that was one of the issues. They're like, well, why is he getting all these fucking special barrels and like things that shouldn't happen as much were happening more frequent than they should have.
Could you imagine though, having watched so much Donkey Kong that
know
the pattern of special barrels? I could watch Donkey Kong from now until for 5 years, and I would just go, "Nah, seems good to me."
The fucked up thing is this guy. You know what the cockiness of this cocksucker is. He's been playing it for so long, and he knows better. He would know someone's gonna fucking catch on, man.
I know, but think about it though. He's gotten away with it for 35 years, Bill. It's like
that's because everybody was on
committing a crime. It's like committing a crime, and then you're 70 years old, and they roll up on you like, "Hey, bro, you shot this guy when you were 20." It's like, "Well, I got 50 years out. What do you want me to do? Just send me away."
It's just like everybody was on the dude's dick so hard for years, and now it's like nobody. It's like the love affair is over. Now they're gonna go after the fucking poor dude.
Well, yeah, and it's like in that documentary, King of Kong, like the other guy that he's playing, you root for so hard.
He's so clean cut.
He's like a regular guy that
he's
just
sitting in the garage. It's a great documentary, man. They really make this dude.
He's missing his kids' birthdays and shit, trying to beat Donkey Kong.
They really make this other guy to be like the Cobra Commander of the video game.
And does this man make money off Donkey Kong?
Yeah, because he tours, because he's like a legend. So like he gets paid to show up to arcades and play Centipede or some shit,
And he has his own fucking barbecue sauce.
Oh, that's right. I fucking forgot about the barbecue sauce, dude.
Yeah.
Remember when that scene in the documentary where he goes into a grocery store and he puts all of his sauce in front of everybody else's on all the shelves?
Oh my God.
You know what, guys? Watch, if you have never seen this documentary, I think it's still on Amazon and it might possibly still be on Netflix. I'm not quite sure.
It's not on Netflix because I tried to watch it the other day after I heard about the fucking scandal and it's not there anymore. It used to be.
Man. Let me see if it's on Amazon right now. Keep talking.
Have you seen it, Mitty or Bo?
I've seen it once, but I definitely know. I'm following exactly. I remember all this shit. I did not remember about him having barbecue sauce. That's for sure. Oh, but goddamn,
it's pretty legendary, man. It's a good watch if you're. I mean, even if you don't like video games,
this definitely makes me want to go back.
It's edited really well. It's put together really well. It's really fucking good.
It's not on Amazon anymore.
Yeah, I think they took it down off of everywhere.
Fuck.
But after this Billy Mitchell scandal, some streaming service has got to bring it back.
Cody, shout out to
Billy Mitchell never lies.
Yeah, but if you could definitely catch it, man, it's definitely worth the watch, and just to see these old fucking nerds and the guy that fucking keeps all the scores and like you're in his apartment, he's nothing but videotapes and fucking I don't know, just nerd filth and like he lives alone or he lives with his mom with cats and shit. Cats. It's just real
depressing.
It's really fucking bizarre, man. Like the characters that are in it,
it's
man.
so bizarre that you can't take it's like a car crash.
Like this dude, this kid's head got so big because he was at a young age and
it
they
was like
started
1982,
touring.
like legit, like the year that shit came out.
Yeah, he's like 16 years old and he's touring and he's making money and he's getting pussy and like so this kid's head has been fucking.
He's getting Donkey Kong pussy.
Yeah, he's getting gassed up.
Hey, wait up! Is it all girls with badonkadonks?
He's getting all gassed up, and then you wonder why he's so conceited and he's such a douchebag. You know what I mean? Because he was brought into this world at such a young age. Yeah,
arcade groupies. Dude. That was a real thing in the early 80s.
Yeah, high hair and.
That's like, I'm not going to get into it either because I want to move on to something else. But another great documentary, if you guys have never seen it, it's about LARPing, which is live action role play, like the Dungeons and Dragons cats. Mm-hmm. That like they converge onto like a park every year and like camp out and like play like Dungeons and Dragons, but like in real life. And they get really fucking
wooden swords.
Oh yeah, they get really mad at each other for like casting the wrong spells and shit. It's fucking hysterical.
It's like a Ren fair. It's like a Renaissance fair.
Yes, exactly. But
right,
but there's like one dungeon master playing a game with like 40 people, and he's got to keep track of them all in a park. It's fantastic. It's
up there with Civil War reenactments.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. And these people are making their own costume. Oh, it's fucking genius, dude.
Yeah,
it's fucking genius. So today, have any of you guys done the virtual reality thing, like where you put the goggles on and you fucking play like a game or something like that?
No.
No,
I haven't done it yet.
Nope. Okay, I haven't done it either. But what's popping up around here recently in Los Angeles is virtual reality, like it's kind of like the new laser tag, like, you know, where you could go to like a laser tag place and they had like a thing set up for you and you put the fucking gear on and then you go in and you play, you know, in like a room with like walls built up and shit.
Yeah.
Right. Go on. What?
I was saying yes.
What? No, I thought maybe it was going to say something. Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was burping.
My bad. So anyway, so now these virtual reality spots are starting to pop up around here. And I got, my buddy at work, got an email and he showed it to me, and they have a fucking Aliens one now. And so that's legit, like by Fox, like it's like a game. And so what you do is you go to these places and you put on the fucking VR headsets and you got like a fucking gun, and it's like a giant room, and you and a team are kind of like colonial Marines, and they've got a full, like in the game, a full like remake of LV-426, and you roll around and fight fucking aliens in virtual reality. It looks super badass.
You know, it's hugging your face too. They could put a skin on it, maybe with a face hugger. You could be playing virtual reality with a fucking face hugger. Man, I'm in.
$120 an hour,
dude. That's what I thought. Dust. It's $25 for 15 minutes.
Wow, you're getting Atari graphics.
Better off with those.
See, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go check it out, and I'm gonna report back.
Oh, definitely. And speaking of virtual reality, I watched that Ready Player One. It got about 20 minutes. And I showed that kid was so fucking annoying. Both.
This was Ready Player off.
His regular character and his cool avatar character was just as bad. You know, it's pretty bad when you're failing when your avatar sucks.
Just our Bo earmuffs. You're gonna like it.
I didn't.
Yeah. I still want to see it.
It got 20 minutes in. There's a great copy on Kodi, so go watch it.
They also have that same VR thing for Star Wars, where you're a down in Anaheim, where Disneyland is, where you're like a stormtrooper.
Is it a fucking trench run?
A what?
A trench run?
I don't know. Oh, what's the fuck's a trench run?
No, a trench run, man. Like where Luke had to go to the trench in the like Death Star to get to the breach.
Yes, yeah. I don't know. I haven't played it, but I know that you're a stormtrooper and they give you a gun and you run around and do stormtrooper stuff, so you never hit anybody. But thanks, Bo. I appreciate that one, Bo. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I got that. Sorry. Nice. I'm not on point. Not on point.
Dust, if you fucking wipe your eyes one more time while we're doing this fucking
tired. I'm fucking tired. I took some melatonin, fuckers.
What? Why you do that before the show, man?
Melatonin?
Because I want to finish the show and roll right to bed. Because someone's got to be up early and go to work. I don't have the option of staying home all day. I got to work.
I don't have the option of only working 8 hours a day. I got to work 24. Yes.
Both. Huh. Did you work today, Bo? Did you work at the pizza place?
I did. I worked. I've slowly started transitioning to a little bit more working like lunch and day shifts. So that's been like so nice.
And is that better hours so you can get home to your
Yes.
kids?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because if I'm working night, I go in at 3. They don't get home from school till 3:30. So I see them at breakfast, and then by the time I get off work at night, they're in bed. So I much prefer the day shifts.
Right.
Speaking of pizza, man. Oof.
That sounds great. I need to work at a pizza place.
I got a killer sausage and peppers. Killer sausage and peppers pie for dinner tonight, man.
Yeah, you sent a picture to them.
Oh my god, it was so incredible. Fucking beast, man. I had 4 slices laid on the couch like a fucking dead animal for an hour.
I went and bought pizza after seeing that picture.
I'm sorry,
pepperoni. Yeah, didn't have all that.
It's sausage and peppers. Yeah, I know. You get your pizza from what?
I copied you,
Papa John's.
After. No, we have a place
or Domino's. I get mine from a legit pizza place.
I get mine from a really good place, actually.
Yes, really Jawas come by and they knock on a door. Tee. It gets delivered by Sandcrawler.
Listen, get it twisted. There's no delivery out here, bro.
It gets delivered by Sandcrawler.
That'd be fucking great. I'd order from
Imagine
there.
that.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're not going to do it as a Jawa.
I think you're missing an opportunity, Mitty, to open up a fucking, you could like to get a car and then like put cardboard around it so it looked like a sand crawler and fucking pop out of the top. I'm fucking in. How much do you want? I'm investing.
Once I build a cantina in my backyard, I'll get around to it.
I've been to the cantina, by the way, or a replica of it. They have a thing it's like a Star Wars bar. It's like a pop-up bar.
Yeah.
And they travel around. Yeah, they travel around to different cities and they find like buildings that are just like vacant and they contact the owners and they're like, "Hey, can we post up here for 2 days and we'll give you, X amount?" And then they go in and they like replicate the cantina bar. And I'm talking it was pretty legit. Yeah, it was pretty legit. Like from like the stuff that's like literally like behind the bar, like the bubbling fucking blue liquid and shit like that.
The IG-88 head.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And people show up and they're like in costumes or whatnot. Yeah, no, and they have drinks that are just like that. Like they look kind of like what? A flick,
I would definitely not.
Huh?
I'll bet you the drinks probably had some pretty interesting names.
Yeah, they did, of course. Yeah. It wasn't that impressive. They only had so many, but they were like specialty cocktails or whatever. And
I've seen them do that for like the Max from Saved by the Bell, and
exactly.
And then I saw them do it for McDowell's from Coming to America.
That would be
about McDowell's.
That cantina bar would be a perfect place to shoot the "I'll quit drinking" video.
Yeah, exactly.
Back in the day, that would have been perfect.
I'm not gonna lie though, like on the thing when you fucking buy your ticket or whatever, it says that you're guaranteed to hear only one time a night.
What?
Yeah,
that shit's got to be on a continuous loop.
That's what I say because you go in blocks. Like you go in for 3 hours at a time, and then you've got to leave, and then they have more because the place isn't that big.
And it's only open for a certain amount of time, so
exactly. And it's only open
they got that Force Awakens cantina music, that bootleg shit.
Yeah, right. And it's funny because when they play it, the one time they play it, like everybody in the house knows that it's like the last time it's the only time they're gonna play it. So everybody goes nuts and they're all like fucking like dancing and shit. It's a sight to behold.
What's crazy is I always liked the other Cantina song better. The
copyright strike on YouTube.
I fucked us.
Quick change it.
The B side. That's the B side to that one. That's the
chop it up a little bit.
You can't find that one anywhere though.
There's one part of the fucking Cantina song where it just goes crazy, where the fucking bass lines up. Dum, 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 dum,
oh yeah, with the upright bass and shit.
Yeah. It gets super crazy. It's like that's the shit you want to sample. Slow it down, and nobody would have a clue.
Exactly.
It's your own private joke.
It'll sound like a crush, kill, release, stress, organized confusion.
I loved them. They were great.
Great album.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I've been having lately, guys. I've been having a lot of problems with some certain television commercials, and I didn't know if I was gonna like bring these up because there's a few funny ones. And then there's one that kind of really gets me. So I'm gonna rattle these down here. Maybe you guys have seen them, maybe you haven't. I'm gonna start with so Nas is promoting for Hennessy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, a rapper?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, a rapper. You don't say. So I'm watching TV the other night, and a commercial comes on, and it's like a bicyclist, like an Olympic level bicyclist, and he's fucking busting his ass, and Nas is like narrating. He's like, you gotta do you gotta fucking, you push the limit. Like he's doing like a whole fucking thing, right? And I'm like,
it's a guy on a bicycle?
Yeah. But like, not like a guy like riding through it. Not like a guy riding through a neighborhood. Like he's like a competition bicyclist. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's like an athlete, and he's like this whole inspirational shit. He's like, you gotta fucking, don't fucking conform to what anybody else says, yada yada yada. And then at the end, it's just a Hennessy bottle. And he's like, drink Hennessy. And I'm like,
while you're on your bike.
What? Yeah, what the fuck does any of that have to do?
They should have threw in spots of like a guy getting robbed in the hood and running, and
or like
hanging out in front of the bodega.
It's not drinking and driving if you're drinking and pedaling.
Dude, I'm like, who is in this creative meeting where they're like, hey, let's have a guy in a subway, let's have a guy in a park, let's have a club scene where people are ordering Hennessy's, and everyone's like, nah, fuck that, nah. Nas, here, how about you are in concert and you've got a glass of Hennessy and you cheers the crowd and everybody goes, and they go nuts. Nah, fuck that. And then some guy in the back goes, what if you're like a bicyclist athlete? What do you think? Yes, that's it. Lock it in. Let's shoot it.
I would have been the guy to raise my hand and say, can we get bicycle?
Yeah.
And I was asked to leave the meeting.
Dude,
I mean, they're supposed to hit him with another one where they're Scooby diving off Jones Beach, set to New York State of Mind.
Yeah, anything like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't see the comparison to the two, and I was flabbergasted by that one. Another one is, speaking of pizza, is Domino's, and they are running the most bullshit campaign I've ever seen.
Bring your pizza back if it got fucked up, right?
Yeah. Yes. If you drop your pizza, if you go pick up Domino's and you take out, and at some point between you leaving Domino's and you getting to your house, you have somehow dropped said pizza on accident.
What? Is this
bring
real?
it back? I swear to God, you can look this up.
Is this only in California?
What the fuck? Is this a real problem? Is what I want to know. Is this an actual problem that people are experiencing
all over America?
And you bring it back, they will give you a new pizza.
You know when they're dropping it after the Hennessy?
Yeah,
they drink
it. And trying to ride their bike home with their pizza.
They will bring you a new pizza, or give you a new pizza, and I'm like, okay, because this has got to be like the most genius or the most idiotic campaign, because somewhere people are going, yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, what if I do drop that pizza?
Insurance.
I dropped it so hard, 2 slices disappeared.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. They fell out the box somewhere.
So then
it fell out the box.
So then they've been running this campaign for a couple months now, and my work had a potluck recently, and my work people brought a bunch of stuff, and then my work like bought a bunch of pizzas. So and they were from Domino's. So they got to the job site, and like as the pizzas are being finished, the boxes are empty, and I go to throw one of the boxes in the trash can, and it turns over, and on the bottom of the fucking box are drawings of hands on each side, like showing you how to properly carry a fucking pizza.
Wow. This is society nowadays.
What the fuck?
That shit is real. I swear to God. And I looked at it and I was like, we are right. You have to tell people how to properly carry a box of pizza? Like,
not even tell them. You gotta like fucking have it
draw a diagram.
On the box.
They tried something like this when they first started.
Go here.
When they first started getting big in the 80s, they started that whole if it's later than 30 minutes, you get it free bullshit. That didn't last too long.
No, fuck no. The Noid is the best thing Domino's has ever come up with.
Yeah,
true.
Yo, it was to a point like where I lived in the projects, there was a Domino's on the other side. They wouldn't deliver into the projects anymore because motherfuckers were just waiting.
And it was across the street.
It was just basically across the street. They wouldn't go because they were just getting their asses beat up and
so Domino's wouldn't go to the McDonald's house.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. That's a callback to like episode 3. I got it.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So all right. So that's one. So another one. I wrote all these down, by the way. I want you guys to know as I watch television.
Yeah, I don't have cable, so I've never seen.
I'm writing down which commercials anger me.
I have cable, but I don't have cable. I just have internet. So
another one is, you guys know what hydroxycut is? I'll take that as a no.
Like
yes, hydroxycut. Yeah. It's like a non-FDA approved quote unquote weight loss pill, right? That you take and like fucking everybody in the show is like just absolutely fucking chiseled. Like they're just like, take hydroxycut. This is fucking what you'll look like, right? And so they're doing that whole bit. And then at the end, they have the audacity to tell these people, take hydroxycut, lose weight your way. Like, what if my way is just taking hydroxycut and then like crushing a bag of Oreos? Like, what if that's my way? You know what I mean? Like, so you get all these people that are just like, oh yeah, fucking, I'll just take this pill and still get 2 double cheeseburgers and a fucking pizza from Domino's that I hope I don't drop. You know what I mean? Like, it's just blatant. Like,
drop it.
It's blatant, like taking advantage of people that just. You know, it's like I saw Weight Watchers shit recently. It was just like, eat whatever you want, just fucking buy our product. You know what? It's so bad. It's like it's just not fair, dude. So I have 2 left. Okay.
The Domino's. It's carry out insurance. It's called.
Yeah, carry out insurance.
I just had to look it up because it's fucking riddling my mind here, man.
So the other one is, I don't know if you guys know who, I know this isn't, none of you guys are really like into sports or whatever, but Draymond Green is a basketball player for the
Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, for the Golden State Warriors.
Well, I could have missed this whole episode.
He legit looks like dude that says, got him.
Yeah, he does. He does. Yes.
I think.
So he's got a commercial for a product. Like, you guys know what Invisalign is?
Yes.
Where you put in Invisalign and it fixes your teeth. You go to the dentist, you get like trays. It's like it's expensive. It's instead of braces, right?
I gave it to my girl. I told her, show me what that mouth do.
Yeah, there you go. From the back. So he's on the commercial with his mom, and they're like, and it's a product that's like, it's not Invisalign. It's like a lower budget one where you don't even need to see a dentist. They just send you these fucking mouth correctors that you put on while you fucking sleep or whatever, right? And so Draymond Green's like, yeah, when I was a kid, I had really bad teeth and I didn't want braces. And then I graduated, and then I went to Michigan State. And then I graduated, and then I got this product. I forget the fucking name of it. I got this product, and they straightened my teeth all out, and now like I'm all good, and they like give a thumbs up or whatever. And so I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, there is no fucking way that after Draymond Green graduated Michigan State, got drafted in the second round, mind you, so he was knocking down $1 million. Instead of going to the dentist, ordered this low budget alternate for poor people, right? I'm like, there's no fucking way. So then I did a little bit more investigation. Draymond Green graduated college or left college in 2012. This company wasn't even a company until 2013.
Well, yet he was beta testing.
Yeah, yet somehow he used the product. And I was just like, you're blatantly lying to people and smiling. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I just,
he was part of the focus group.
People are sitting there going, oh, fuck you. Draymond Green fixed his mouth like this. Well, then I'm in. Yeah. It's like nobody is paying attention. And
but his mouth is still kind of fucked up.
It's not though. It's just, he just has big teeth.
Oh, okay.
He looks like Gary Busey.
Horribles. I had to add something to that.
And here's my last one, guys. Here's my last one, and this is the one that might fire some people up because
Plexiderm.
It's not. No, it's not
It's
that.
not Plexiderm.
No, it's not Plexiderm, Mitty. It's something that people. It's a very sensitive subject today. So, has anybody seen the DirecTV commercial where the girl is throwing all of the stuff out the window onto her boyfriend that's outside on the sidewalk? Has anybody seen this commercial? No?
Nobody? Can't tell if I've seen that one or if that's just a familiar premise.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Bo, that's my problem. Okay? So this commercial has a guy on the sidewalk and he's standing there and he's looking up at the fucking window and his chick is inside hurling his shit down on like at him. Like it's like a guitar, it's his clothes. At one point, she takes the fucking cable box. Now, the point of the commercial is that, oh, you don't need a cable box anymore, right? It's fucking all wireless or whatever. And throws a cable box at him from a 2-story window. That's fucking assault with a deadly weapon. That's assault with a deadly weapon, and the commercial is supposed to be funny.
See, now if it was opposite and the guy threw it at the girl,
it would. That's my point.
It would have fucking been bananas,
bro. That's what I'm saying. It's not like, why is it okay that listen. I get the Me Too thing. I get it. Like I think all that stuff.
Yeah, you
awful.
rappers are Me Too, and Wayne Brady slapped a bit.
I think I get it. I understand.
Love that line.
I'm for that. What I'm not for is that now it's like, oh, now it's cool that we just commit assault with a deadly weapon and nobody cares and it's supposed to be funny. You know what I mean? It's like, let's just look at both sides, shall we? I know guys have gotten over forever. I get it. But that doesn't make it okay that you have a commercial where a chick is literally destroyed. I don't care what he did. People are like, oh, what do you think he did? It don't matter. Because it's like Dust said, if the roles were reversed, the guy would be going to prison. Like legit prison. Yeah. Like that's like a real thing.
Shout out to the 50s when you could beat the shit out of your wife.
Jesus Christ! I'm not saying that whatsoever.
He's coming back. He's about to get
No, it's like they sugarcoated everything back then. They sugarcoated everything back then, but it was, you know what the fuck was gonna. You look at me one more time, I'm gonna fucking.
That's not what I'm saying. And then I saw another thing where
I grew up in.
There was listen, I understand.
That's a McDonald house.
It's not what I'm saying, but I saw another clip where there was like The View or whatever. It was like Sharon Osbourne and like 4 other chicks or something, and they were doing their talk show. And one of the stories was, and like the audience is predominantly women. And one of the stories was about a woman who had cut her dude's penis off and then put it in the garbage disposal because he wanted to divorce her. Right? And these chicks, these women they can't contain themselves. They're laughing.
Oh, they love that shit.
Oh,
yeah, they eat into that shit. Chop it up the penis. Yeah.
Dude, they're giggling. Sharon Osbourne said some shit like, I would have thrown it in the dog bowl. The audience is clapping. It was like somebody talked about a fucking amusement park and like a happy child. They were just all for it. Sharon Osbourne's like, well, what did he do? It depends on what he did. I mean, I could kind of understand. And I'm just sitting there like, if this was like the best damn sports show and there was like 5 guys sitting around and talking about how some dude in a fit of rage because his wife wanted to divorce him, like cut one of her breasts off,
chop them.
Those guys would never have a job again in Hollywood ever in their life. Absolutely not.
Horrible.
Let alone laugh at it. And these women are just, dude, they couldn't
put it
have been any happier. It's like they were ready to put up bail money for this woman. And it really upsets me that kind of shit. It's like I have a friend of mine who got in an argument with his girl at a club and snatched her phone because he thought that she was doing something like that, and then smashed it. Right? Smashed her phone.
He's doing
what are you going to a club with your girl for?
He smashed her phone and got fucking taken in for domestic violence.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
And I was like, what? And the cop was like, yeah, that's an aggressive act towards blah, blah, blah. And it's like, do you know how many guys have had their phones smashed by females over? And you just go, nah, well, I mean, guess they can do it.
I remember, this is a dust my story, back when I was married many, many, many moons ago. And we were in our 20s, and my ex was fucking crazy. She was from Brooklyn. She had a fucking attitude. She reminded me of the chick from King of Queens. And she went fucking absolutely apeshit one day. I don't know what the fuck it was. I kept my cool. She destroyed the fucking liver. Destroyed. The cops came. I'm sitting on the deck. They look in there, and then they look at me. I'm like, yo, homie, that ain't me. That's the bitch inside. She's crazy. I said, I'm out here.
Hey, Dust, what did you do? That's the first question. So what did you do?
I walked out of the house and I sat on the deck. And then when they came up and then they asked her, they said, did you do this? She goes, yes. Did he? No. Of course they asked her, did he hurt you? Right off the bat, you know.
Right, yeah, right.
I'm sitting there with fucking scratches all on my arm, fucking fucked up, you know, and the house is all fucked up, and they're asking her if she's okay.
And let me guess, did she have to leave?
Yeah, actually they asked her if she could go to her mom's because her mom lived locally.
They asked her. They asked her.
Yeah, no, they didn't make me.
No. They asked her if she could go to her mom's.
To cool down.
If the roles were reversed, homie, you were getting tossed into the clink that night.
Well, they did come to me and ask me if I wanted to press charges.
Well, I guess that's the problem because guys.
No, she's my wife.
Yeah, that's totally part of the problem because I mean, like you think about it, like a dude smashes a girl's phone, she's way more likely to press charges on that guy than the guy would be if a girl smashed his phone. You know, he's like, shit, I'm out of phone. He's not going to be like, fuck you, I'm calling the cops. They'll resolve this.
They saw the scratches and shit. I'm just like, look, man, she's having a bad day. She's from Brooklyn. She could be really bitchy. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck happened. I said, just let her go to her mom. She'll spend the night there. I'll clean up and everything's good. That was But see, my problem is, so if we're gonna be if we're gonna be super sensitive now, right? Which is fine. Which is it is what it is. You can't have commercials like that DirecTV commercial, which give young girls, and you can't have a bunch of fucking cackling cunts making fun of a guy getting his
that's
dick
what I'm
cut off
saying.
because he wants to divorce his wife.
Like that commercial is giving young girls the impression that like I can just destroy some guy's shit, and it's funny. That's my thing. That people act like it's funny, and
because it's a cliche.
No,
it's a cliche.
That's not funny.
The commercial is like a typical cliche. Guy comes home, girlfriend's throwing him out, throws her shit out the window. We've seen it in a bunch of movies. We've seen it.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
and that's just, I'm just, which
repackaged.
I just don't think that it's something that should be.
Oh, you're absolutely right, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that was every time that commercial comes on, my blood absolutely boils. And that has never even happened to me before. But I'm just like, this is fucked. Step up, guys. And if there was a guy in that creative meeting, when somebody pitched that idea and he didn't say shit, fuck you, buddy.
I'm just wondering how something like that passes the censors.
Well, because it does. It's funny.
Oh. Okay. What was funny was my ex-wife destroyed my fucking bed, my living room. That was funny.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then they're like, "What the fuck? Were you gonna break that too?" Yeah. Okay. You broke that one. Nice.
That don't sound funny.
Yeah, it was hysterical.
Yeah.
Shout out to you're lucky being single.
Yep. Divorce that bitch.
Everyone is single. You're lucky. Stay single, people. This is a public service announcement. Don't throw it away.
Here we go with the MIDI minute.
The MIDI minute.
Drink seltzers and stay
single.
Don't be like me, even though I do drink seltzers.
So my cousin was here last week. We hung out. We had a fucking ball. And we went golfing, and this isn't like a real long story or whatever, but I do want it to be known that we golfed, we went on there was 8 of us. And by the 3rd hole, my cousin and I had stopped golfing and just drove around for 14 more holes, listening to fucking gangster rap in our golf cart and fucking drinking beers. And by the 14th hole, I literally turned to him and said, "Hey, we got to go back to the clubhouse because if I drink anymore, I can't drive us home." And then we just fucking turned the cart around and didn't even finish the round. We just drove back to the clubhouse. The other guys were like, "Where are you going, bro? We're golfing." And we were like, "Dude, we haven't golfed in 11 holes, bro. We're fucking out of here."
You're going golfing. We're going drinking. Let's see who has more fun.
Drink in public doing.
I'm like, I got to get off the fucking streets. But yeah, so my little brother came out, my cousin, my little brother, whatever you want to call him. He came out. Go on. What?
So confusing.
Yeah, he's my cousin.
Is it your brother or is it your cousin?
Technically, he's my cousin, but we grew up very close together, so he's basically like my brother. Yeah, like you and Steele, exactly. Cousins are almost better than brothers because you don't see them every day and fight over a fucking bedroom. And
the time that you have is more special.
Yeah, the time that you have.
Until you get old and grow apart.
Until what?
You grow old and grow apart. Then that one weekend every 6 months is really special.
Where you at?
I fucking love it. I love it. Anybody else have anything they want to add this evening, or we all right?
Actually,
here he comes.
Mitty, here you go. You're always crying about not getting time on the podcast.
Here you go.
As long as if it's worth talking about.
It's definitely worth talking about. I just want to thank whoever is out there bringing Transformers to life. I seen the other day we got a fucking rat bat robot, a real one. It's supposed to be a flying squirrel, but that shit is fucking rat bat. And then a couple weeks earlier, they had this dog robot or a cat robot. And son of a bitch, if that shit didn't look like the fucking Ravage toy, the paws and everything. I mean, yo, this is an exciting time we live in. I'm just waiting for Rumble and Frenzy.
I saw a robot that was a woman that was a robotic and she could talk.
Yes, floppy toppy bots. I want them.
Yes, and it's
hang them up in my closet.
Yeah, like the makers of the real doll. Like she has AI. She actually has an artificial intelligence. Shout out to that robot.
Did you say her name? Name was Sloppy Talkie Bots?
No, floppy.
Is that what the fuck you?
I didn't say that.
You never got all sloppy topping?
He's
topping before?
He's worried about a flying squirrel.
Sloppy
With some
talkie
soft
box.
robotic hands to jerk me off.
Toppy.
Okay.
Hey, where do you find that? I'm asking for a friend.
I seen it on TV. I don't know. Watch the news. Out here in Cali.
Come on, you're in Cali. You get anything you want.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking, we got pizza insurance out here, bro.
We got taxes and CRVs and more taxes in Cali. It's a place to be. You want to get fucking drained.
Fucking negative MIDI. Here we go. Negative MIDI.
Hey, listen,
everybody, it's negative MIDI.
Fuck you, California.
So, did you ever think about moving?
Move to Alaska.
Have you ever thought about picking up and moving?
Nope.
So then why complain about it?
That's true, but hey, maybe if enough complaining is done,
nothing you can do about
start to change things, man.
Well, take your time and start getting petitions and start making websites and getting out there on social media and make a difference.
I'm going to run for office.
Sloppy talkie bots. There's no way you're running for office.
The only office you're running to is the bathroom.
This podcast right now to parlay my interest in politics.
My dude, you wouldn't win an election. You wouldn't win an election in your own house, my dude.
I definitely wouldn't win that election.
You're already outnumbered.
That's why he might do well in office.
Listen, I'd vote for you. No. But
hey, I've been making beats for 25 years. I don't give up.
There you go. Well, I'm almost 40 and I'm still rapping. So and the fucking the Catch Me Outside girl just got nominated for Billboard's Best Female Rapper of the Year. So it's only up from here, right, guys?
Hey, the Walmart yodeling kid just played at Coachella. So
of course he did.
So
I hate this fucking.
Tell me that's real. Is that real, Bo?
Hell yeah, dude! There's video of him in front of like 100,000 people or some shit.
It's real, man.
It's for real, dude. That dude, they flew that kid out to Coachella and let him perform in front of all them fucking people.
Listen,
That's
shout out
the
to those
most
promoters.
annoying sound you can muster.
Shout out! Listen, that video is fucking funny. I'm not.
It is hilarious.
Yes, I really enjoy that video. But shout out to those promoters for putting that together because I bet you that crowd was absolutely floored.
The video I saw, you couldn't even hear the kid. The crowd was screaming so loud, like you could barely even hear his little song. His Hank Williams song he was singing.
Yeah.
But they
But
were
at least
going
he's like,
shit.
at least he's actually trying to like be in his lane and do yodeling. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, I got to give the kid props. And I mean, if nothing else, man, this is an experience that kid will never forget, man. This is the world we live in where like fucking you could be a kid singing at a Walmart one day and the next day you're at Coachella just because people thought what you did was either cute, funny, stupid, cool. I mean, it doesn't matter why.
Or a mix of all of the above.
Or a mix of all that shit. Yeah, man.
I'll never
stay away from rap. Stay away from rap, people. Just stop rapping. If you're listening to this podcast right now, and because you were at work the other day and you fucking had a 2-bar fucking rap, don't even think that you can fucking rap. I'm putting a stop to it right now. Just don't. Pick another thing.
Do comedy instead. Concentrate on writing your comic book.
Don't do that.
No, we don't do any more of this garbage fucking stand-up nowadays either.
Dude, everybody's doing stand-up now, man.
Yeah, I'm a sit-down comic. I'm a sit-down comic.
I'm a 1-minute Instagram comic.
We don't need any more. What Amy Schumer's? We don't need any more Amy Schumer's out there stealing people's jokes and routines because they can't come up with their own. Enough.
Carlos Mencia style.
Yeah. Enough.
No,
I have not seen
here we go.
I honestly have not seen a young comic in the past 10 years that made me say, "Oh shit, this dude's got some skills," or made me laugh. I don't know. Maybe I don't get it. I don't know.
Hey, listen. Jim Jeffries is incredible. Bill Burr is incredible.
Yeah, but a new comic within the past 10 years. Bill Burr's been around a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, Jim Jeffries is relatively new. And he's fucking funny. I love Jim Jeffries.
Yeah, that guy's hilarious.
I just remember back in the day, there was always comics coming out that you were like, man, this guy's funny. This guy's funny. This guy's funny.
Well, the problem is the market's saturated.
I watch these fucking stand-ups, Netflix stand-ups with these guys I've never seen before, and I'm just like, this is not fucking funny.
Because
there's like 20 new ones every week. Like I can't. I don't even watch them anymore. I'm like, oh shit, another 10 new stand-up specials.
You figure out of every 10, one would stand out. That's good. That's not from a veteran, say like, Chris Rock or like a Dave Chappelle or somebody like that,
Netflix literally dropped one new stand-up special every week last year. And you know why? Because they fucking can. And they need some tax write-off, so they have to spend the money that they make. Are just absolutely.
They don't
Scrooge
spend it.
They're Scrooge McDucking it, bro.
Well,
Whoever the fuck.
You know what's funny?
You would know more. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. The company that I'm working for is doing the same shit. It's like we're getting all this new stuff in the store. New concrete, new fucking sidewalks, new this, new that, new this, new that. And we went to the last business meeting. And I was just like, hey, I see that, we're doing all these improvements in the stores. What's going on? He's like, well, we had a good year. So it's either we lose it or we got to pay it to Uncle Sam. We use it or we got to pay Uncle Sam. So we're using it. So I guess if they spend it in the right places, they don't have to pay the taxes and shit on it. So God bless it, man. God bless it. Am I the only one here? Did everybody leave? I thought everybody left. I had to look at the windows and see everybody left.
But that's like if there's like a budget surplus, if you don't spend it, then the next year's budget's going to be for sure.
You get taxed on it and lose it.
Yeah, and another thing too, as far as Netflix goes with that stuff, I mean, I would imagine. Now, forgive me for not knowing jack shit about this, but like out of all the things Netflix could film to like produce, a stand-up special would seem like one of the cheaper options. Because I mean, it's just
3 cameras and a fucking.
It's 3 cameras and a guy on a stage. Yeah, right. So it's minimal as far as production costs.
I just miss laughing, man. And I hate and a lot of people. Oh, you're just old, nah,
Smoke
man.
Weed.
They say you're old. It's not the fact. I have the mentality of a 20-year-old sometimes. You know what I mean? It's I find what I remember. A 12-year-old boy finds funny.
I remember discovering a lot of shit through like CDs and tapes and stuff. Like, like when, I mean, that's how like Adam Sandler used to be such a legend because like that They're All Gonna Laugh at You album came out and like me and my friends wore that shit out, man.
Yep. Well, that's when you start at, now there's just no quality, man. There's no quality. Everybody's afraid because everybody's so PC and everybody's afraid to say something and everybody's afraid to push the boundaries. In the 80s and 90s, it wasn't like that. So people were pushing the boundaries. They didn't give a fuck.
Don't get me started on how Adam Sandler should have been.
They were doing the borderline, oof, wow. I'm talking even back further with your Dice Clays and stuff like that. It's just, everybody's so afraid that someone's going to say, well, he offended me. And that guy's career is over. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is. Yeah. It's like these comedians they're just scared to take that chance. And the type of comedy that I want, you could tell how the type of dude I am, man. There's no filter and I don't give a fuck. Just say it. You know what I mean? Just say it.
Listen,
and
Gus, I think
you don't get that no more.
Yeah.
I think what you're trying to say is all these comedians should do is just find a window and have their significant other standing downstairs at the bottom and just throw stuff at them because that's funny.
And while he's getting hit in the head with cable boxes, he could be screaming up, "You fucking cunt!"
Yeah, exactly. And don't get me started on Adam Sandler and how he should have been shot in the face after Happy Gilmore. Anyway, so I fucking hate Adam Sandler.
You're saying you liked Happy Gilmore.
You didn't like Happy Blended? What the fuck?
Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison are okay, but that's only because I saw them when I was young and impressionable. Adam Sandler is fucking awful. Well, I said it.
I can understand that, Senator.
I like early Adam Sandler, like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
To me, Happy Gilmore and Big Daddy were his best films. Nope. In my opinion.
Oh, I like some of his bad films.
Oh, yeah. Of course you do, Bo.
I liked it. You don't mess with the Zohan? I liked it.
No.
Yeah, Zohan was good, man. That shit was funny.
Shit was hilarious.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't for me.
Come on, man.
You're throwing around the word. Now,
Never
listen,
been to
Bo,
Burbank.
listen. Bo just
Armenian
threw around the word.
district.
Bo just threw around the word hilarious for "Don't Mess with the Zohan," and now when he tells me that he likes my raps, I question myself. Bo, I'm kidding.
It's a spicy bar.
I'm just
You know what? You guys made me fucking actually remember Zohan, you cocks. Trying to forget about that.
I've tried to forget it.
Don't mess with one.
Oh, let me guess. Little Nicky was funny.
Oh no, I didn't like Little Nicky. Like I said,
at its moments.
I watched it twice.
Happy Gilmore was the best. In my opinion, Happy Gilmore was the best Sandler movie. In my opinion, it gave me the most laughs, and it just wasn't Sandler. There was everything about it. There was, the fucking Chubbs, Shooter McGavin.
Yeah.
All the other characters that were in there were just fucking killer. Fucking Ben Stiller. But my fingers hurt. Well, now your back's going to hurt because you just pull landscaping duty. That shit was fucking monster, man.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler
That's a good point.
Changed my life.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Adam Sandler in a blender would change my life.
And then I saw something called Grown Ups, and it just like, ugh. Poor bastards.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie, and Adam wasn't in that.
Hot Tub Time Machine?
No, he wasn't in it. It was no.
He should have been. I'm sure
You tried. You tried.
Yeah.
You tried. All right, boys, let's wrap it up here. Bo, what do you got to plug?
Wrap it up, B.
Let's see. I got, nothing major. I got my bingo coming up on, every Monday night here in Macon, Piedmont Brewery. Shout out Piedmont Brewery and Kitchen, Macon, Georgia. What's up?
And people can find you where?
Yeah, and you can find me on Instagram at Bo Methius, on Facebook at Bo Methius or Bo Walker. Usually one of those two. And I've got my article that I'm writing for the 11th Hour is online at the11thhour.com. Or the 11thhouronline.com. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Send me that link and we'll put it in the.
It's not going to be available till the 11th hour.
No. Shout out to Edward Norton. No, it's 25th hour. Shit.
Wrong movie. He sucked also.
Mitty, what do you have to plug, sir?
Listen, I've come to a realization that maybe there's like a half a person that might want to find me on social media. Maybe a little person, So I'm going to throw out some of my links, midi-chlorian _music if you like them beats.
There you go.
That bap. You know what I'm saying? If you like them robots, you like transformer photography, you just might want to check out MidiCons, MIDICONS on Instagram. If you're on Facebook and you're a girl, you want to send me some nudes, definitely look up Giuseppe Archiville. And my girl definitely didn't hear that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you just out your secret profile? Attaboy.
I'm surprised he doesn't have. I'm surprised he doesn't have one of those joint accounts.
I got like 10
with both names.
Troll all your profiles you don't even know.
Yeah, I love it. Dust Mites, you sir.
Yo, Dust Mites on Instagram. That's DUSTMIGHTZ. Eddie Dust Mites in the Facebook groups. Pop on into the Realm of Collectors Facebook group if you want to hang out with some like-minded, older collectors of anything, toys and pop culture and geek shit. We got a really good family there. We do podcasts every week. We do Enter the Realm at 8 p.m. on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. That's Eastern. It's a live video podcast. We have a lot of fun, and we're losing members left and right. Real Life is popping in there, so we're down to a 4-man crew, which is fun. It's fun to do a 4-man crew. So hopefully next week.
Wait, we're losing members?
No, on Enter the Realm.
Oh, we have like
I
thought this was about to be your swan song. You're like, by the way, guys, I won't be back.
No. We started off with 7 members, and a couple of guys are like going through some stuff.
Gotcha.
Pinkerton's got like work shit and sit with the family, and
I understand.
Victory Sabers on the West Coast. It's hard with the kids, right. So we're making it happen anyway. But
Real
check out the show. We have a good time. We talk some toys. We just bullshit. Get to know us. We banter.
Right on.
So man,
go on.
I'm saying next Monday, man. We got to do the show next Monday after Enter the Realm. Yes. All right, so let's push for next Monday night. So,
my name is Nathan Haskill. I've been the host of the worst Cobra-LA Records podcast to date.
You think this is the worst one? I'm sorry, guys.
This will be number. No, it has nothing to do with you. This was the worst best.
This one sucked.
Listen, because we podcast like it might be our last podcast, and if we were judged on this one, it just might be. Anyway, my name is Nathan Haskill. You can find me on all platforms at that same name, Nathan Haskill, Nathan. The only way to spell Nathan, Haskill. Yeah. With that said, buy hard copies. I'm sitting on way too many hard copies. We're gonna do a fucking contest, and I just hope that the only 28 people listening haven't already got them, because that's going to be a shitty contest if they're like, why the fuck do I want another copy?
I already bought one.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Let's give them a couple more bonus tracks.
Yeah, exactly. But we are all, we're all working on new music. We're all doing the things that you guys know and love. Hashtag take your kids to the zoo. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll get that one. With that said, farewell. From the Drome.
Yeah, nice pregnant pause there, man. I'm telling you, man, next week's got to get better, man. I got to have at least 15 Yinglings in me to make this.
No, also listen, guys. This was my fault. I didn't have enough things to bring up. It was fine.
It was fine. We had a great conversation. Fuck all these.
Yes.
The problem.
You're right, Dust. You're right.
Yeah, totally.
What is it,
my finger on it. I didn't say suck my dick from the back once.
Yeah, see?
So there it is. Suck my dick from
the
back.
Way to blow it,
Now
Mitty.
it's official podcast.
Well, when you get hit in the head with a fucking cable box tonight.